Confidence in the Diaspora series, day 8. You're welcome here. I want to show you reasons you think it's the job that is the issue, but it actually isn't. I want to begin with this uncomfortable truth. I want you to accept it. I want you to just take it all in and soak it up in, okay? Sometimes the job isn't the problem. Your confidence at the job is. And today I'm going to have this whole conversation with you because most professionals in the diaspora think that the issue is the workplace, the culture, the environment, the management, or they even say it's a leadership issue, the leadership here, the work condition. But I want to ask you today, pause and think about it. What if your career confusion isn't career-based at all? I am Leslie Grace, the founder of the Smart Speakers Academy. I'm the one who's moving this movement of moving you, the diaspora professional, from diaphobia to diaspofidence. And this is the Confidence in the Diaspora series. We've been having it all day in July, Mondays to Saturday, and today we're already on day 8. And it's been amazing. And today I want to show you something really mind-blowing. I want you to go and tag a professional that should be on this conversation. I have seen a lot of professionals that are in the diaspora think that, oh no, the issue I'm having is the kind of job. The issue, see, you can relocate with your skills, but it takes a lot more to actually relocate with your confidence. That's the conversation we want to have. So the situation where you do not relocate with your confidence is where you begin to think that your job is the issue. You begin to think that the problem is, okay, I think the problem is that they don't like me here. Or you say things like, it's the culture of the environment. They're not welcoming. These people are not quite welcoming around here. But I want to show you today that it is not about you. It's not about the job per se. It may be something about you. So one thing you want to do on this conversation is to actually go ahead and tag somebody that should be here. Let them know that this conversation has begun. And let's get right into it quickly. Tighten your seatbelts. Let's be honest. You used to pray for this job, this particular one you have now, that you think is a problem to you. There was a time when this job was a prayer point for you. You prayed for this job. Now you woke up and you're dreading going to work. You call it burnout. But deep down, it's not about the task. It's about your identity at work. And today we have Sherry Wise as the first person to join us today. Hi, Sherry. So good to have you here. Okay, deep down in you, you know that it's not just about the task you're given at work. It's about your identity at work. And I began by saying that it's easy to travel and relocate with your skill, but it takes a lot more work to travel with your confidence. Yes. That's why I created Total Fidence. This is why I'm saying that what you need in the diaspora is not just confidence. What you need is total fidence. What you need is diaspofidence. If you do not have it, what will be in you will be diaphobia. The fear, the fog, the freeze that happens when you are in the diaspora. This is scientifically proven. Because the diaspora is new, it's unfamiliar, it's uncomfortable. Your brain just interprets it as insecurity, unsafe, and then something, that fear just keeps happening. That fog, that freeze. Situations where you would have spoken up back at home, you lose your voice, your visibility, your value just because you're in the diaspora. That is what diaphobia is. Now, it's trickling down to your job. And suddenly you're realizing that this job you once prayed for, this job you loved, you are suddenly dreading. There's this fear when you wake up in the morning to go take this job. Today I want to show you that it's not about your task, it's about your identity at work. Now let me show you 5 ways your career confusion isn't career-based. The career confusion you're having, it has nothing to do with your career. Number 1, you're working hard, but you don't feel seen. It has nothing to do with your career again. You're working so hard, you're putting in the work, you're doing everything that it is that you need to do, but the thing is not your career, dear professional. Think about it. It has nothing to do with your career. It's everything with you feeling unseen. That's what it is about. You are somewhere in you. You're feeling unseen. You're feeling like, are they seeing me? Am I being heard? Am I comfortable here? The first thing you are feeling is unseen. Let's name it. It's not a career confusion. It's not burnout. It's not that the job is too much for you like you think. It is that you are actually feeling a sense of not seen. You are feeling invisible. So because your visibility seems lost, your value seems lost, your voice seems lost, there is this feeling of invisibility. What you feel is a sense of invisibility. So this is another proof I'm showing to you that it has nothing to do with your career. Hello, Afebo. I see you. It has nothing to do with your career. Number 2, you silence your ideas during team discussions. So you are suddenly at work, you have ideas that can promote the job, but you are silent. Team discussions are going on. In your head, you think that there are some people that are qualified to contribute to this conversation, but not you. You've made a list of people who are qualified. You may even go back after the meeting to go suggest to one of them to say, you know what, I think if we move this meeting this way, this will work. But you can't just say it in that meeting. So you'd rather discuss it with someone that you feel comfortable talking with to go narrate the same thing to the team members, but you wouldn't. So it's that fear. This is an identity collapse. It has nothing to do with your career. Number 3, you feel like an imposter even with your credentials. And all of this feeling of being an imposter began when you japared. If you are still back home, by the time they say hello to you, you say, hi, I have 2 MSCs. I am this, I am that, I am that. But suddenly, the same credentials, you are now in the abroad, like we say it in Nigerian Palace. And all of a sudden, you feel like an imposter, even with those credentials that you worked so hard to earn. Again, it's not career confusion. It is an identity wound. It's a confidence crisis. Number 4, you hide your leadership potential behind safe roles. So there are roles that you feel like it's safe. You know, some few days ago, we're having this conversation, and some people in the comment section were like, you know what? This is what some professionals diaspora are going through. So most of them go for care jobs. Most of them go for jobs that will put them in the manufacturing room. Nowhere close to the boardroom. Nowhere close to the front rows. So you see lots and lots of qualified professionals hide their potentials, their leadership potentials behind safe roles. So safe roles will mean care jobs. Safe roles will mean behind the scenes kind of jobs. Safe roles will mean, let me just write the emails for you. I will not present the speech. You do the presentation. I can help you write the emails. Hello, peace. And all of those things that you do, you are hiding your leadership potentials behind safe roles. Number 5, you downgrade your goals to match your fears. The fear has so eaten deep that you have downgraded your goals. The goals that you had before you traveled, you had these goals written down. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this. When I travel, I'll do this. All of a sudden, those goals are hidden behind your fears. In fact, it's as if you've curated new goals, totally different from your original goals, just because you traveled. Your fears have eaten you up. See, there's a fear that exists in the abroad. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I know, I look beautiful. There's a fear that exists just because you traveled. And too many professionals haven't come to realize that that's what this whole conversation is about, right? We're having the Confidence in Diaspora series all through July, all through the month of July. Your goals have changed. All of a sudden, the same bold, confident, fearless you have a newly done goals. Completely changed goals just because you traveled or you relocated. And now your goals are now determined by your fears. You no longer think that you should set audacious, large goals. So now they are now small goals. You are now comfortable doing one thing or the other, but not those big goals, not those big dreams. You want to put them behind. So you're noticing that your goals are now being replaced by your fears. Number 2, you downgrade your goals to match your fears. So what you actually need to replace this is, you don't need a new degree. Your credentials are still there. You're still the same qualified you. You don't need a new job title. You need a confidence recalibration. Again, like I said, it's easier to travel with your skill to any nation than with your confidence. It's easier to travel with your skill to any nation than with your confidence. You know the thing about confidence and comfort, right? So your confidence will bloom more in areas where you're comfortable. That's why I always say that nobody should even come and say they have fears of public. That's why we don't teach public speaking at the Smart Speakers Academy. What to teach is smart speaking. This is because the people who say they are scared or they have issues with public speaking, they are friends that they converse with daily. And if these friends are up to 5-10 of them, they can actually be comfortable discussing with them. But when it comes to unfamiliar people, your brain actually tells you these people are unfamiliar, there's discomfort, so you begin to shake, you begin to tremble. Some people literally pass out, they can't talk, right? So that's what happens when you also japa. Because you are now in an environment where the skin colors that you are seeing are looking different. You're in an environment where the accent is different. Yes, thank you, Paige. You don't need a new job title. You need a recalibration. That's the surest way to build your confidence. Yes, thank you, ma'am. So the thing is that you are in a new environment. Accent is different. Culture is different. Everything is different. Your brain is telling you this is uncomfortable. This is unsafe. So you now think that is something you can't wing it. You need a confidence recalibration. This is why I had to create a 21-in-1 total fitness bundle. It's curated specially to meet the professional in the diaspora. I have worked with quite a number of them, and these were their issues. I had to create 21-in-1. When it comes to this job issue or taking jobs that are not your level just because, you need work confidence. There's a confidence for the kind of work you should do in the diaspora. Confidence for your calling in the workplace. That's what work confidence is all about. You need the pay confidence guide. Boldness for negotiating, earning, and expanding value in the diaspora. Pay confidence. Now, these aren't just guides. They are breakthrough blueprints. And from now to the flash sale, which is on the 30th of July, you're getting any of these guides for just 8,000 naira. Trust me, they are practical blueprints. Each one is 4,500 naira after the flash sale. But we're giving it all out, 21 of them for 21,000 naira if you join the flash sale. Now, let me show you 10 reasons these guides are breakthrough tools. Number 1 is because they will help you own your professional story, even in a foreign space. So this professional story that you built 10 years in this career, you've been here 10 years in this career, but it feels like it's missing. You shouldn't lose it. You have been working for years. You shouldn't lose it. No, you cannot lose it now. No. So these guys will help you to rebuild your own professional story because they still matter in the foreign land. Like I said, it's easier to travel with your skill set, but difficult to travel with your story of confidence. No, the confidence you have here is not the same you need there. No. You need diaspora confidence in the diaspora. Number 2, these guides will help you rewire your mindset from survival to strategy. See, too many professionals in diaspora are just in survival mode. They're just in survival. Oh, they can pay the bills. They can afford the rent. They can afford basic things. So it's survival. The guides will move you away from survival to strategy. Strategy where you would live out the scripture that says, wherever the sole of your feet touches, it is yours, including that place where you are. Number 3, the guides will help you restore your voice in meetings, in pitches, in presentations, right in that place, without fear. You need the guides, right? Use the link in our bio, go to our seller store, and click on the seller store where you see the 21 in 1 bundle and get it. Or if you put in Diaspora in the comment section, you get it as well. A team member will reach out to you and you get it as well. All right. Number 5, these guides will prepare you to ask without apologizing. You know what I've seen too many professionals do? They travel and everything they want to say, they apologize. They apologize. Oh, sorry, please. I wanted to ask if you can. What's the problem? Why are you apologizing? Number 6, they will reverse your career shrinking spiral. So most professionals go abroad and then their career begin to shrink. So the guys will help you rewire that. It will change the trajectory for you. Because at the end of the day, your career shouldn't shrink because you Japan. Number 7, they show you how to position your worth, not just your resume. You know, I have seen too many professionals, all they present when they travel abroad is their resume. So people now determine what they are worth based on their resume. See, the truth is that you are either confident or not. There's no middle ground. When you go to this foreign environment, it shows literally. So people tend to say things like, you know, it's an African man. It's an African. No, there's nothing like that. It's either a confidence crisis or it is. That's what it is. Nothing else. If you are able to show your worth, not just your resume, you'll be paid your actual worth, not your resume worth. You are worth more than your resume. What will make you stand out at your workplace is not just your resume, but your worth, how you carry yourself. See, the greatest determinant for your net worth and your network is your self-worth. Please let me put in the comment section. The greatest determinant for your net worth, the money you earn, is not your resume. No. It's your self-worth. It will determine your net worth. It will determine your network, the kind of people you will naturally attract to you. Your self-worth will determine it. Especially in the diaspora. So they will not pay you according to your resume. If they do, you'll be underpaid. That's why you're underpaid. It's your self-worth that shows each time you talk. And then they determine how much you are worth. Number 8, it removes the accent shame and restore authority. Do you know that amongst those 21 in 1 guides, we had to curate a guide that we call the Accent-Fident Guide. Confidence in your accent. Because what if the accent never changes? You are Igbo. That's who you are by nationality. So you need to own your identity. Do you know we even had to create an ID fidence? Confidence in your ID, in your identity. Confidence in your name. Your name is Okafor. That is who you are. Too many professionals go, they change their name. You know what happens with change of name, right? Because it's not actually who you actually are. Something happens to your identity. I have seen it happen to professionals. Listen, I am called to busy professionals, so I understand their challenges. I'm called to just one person. The busy professional, Nigeria, in the diaspora, wherever they are. I have seen them struggle with these things. So these guys will help you take away, remove that accent shame. If the Yoruba tongue never leaves, and so that's who you are. How can you be shaming yourself for your accent? Something you didn't curate? It will restore your authority. Number 9, it will offer you scripts, steps, and confidence exercises that will help you break away from that diaphobia. That's what I call it. It's gotten from 2 words, diaspora and phobia. The fear that you got just because you're in the diaspora. And finally, to make boldness feel normal again. See, for too many professionals, their boldness no longer feels normal since they traveled. since they traveled, their boldness is scared. That's what I'm saying, that the confidence you need in your home is a totally different conversation. I know you've never heard it before. I've never heard it before too. But listen, that's why I called to solve your problem. That's why God gave us a solution. I want to show you 4 hidden reasons you think it's your job that is the issue when it's not. See, number 1 is because your confidence didn't relocate with you. No, your confidence doesn't travel with you. No, it doesn't. No, because there's a great link between confidence and comfort. So the more comfortable you get around people, that's why you can talk with your friends. You have 6 friends. You can just from now to tomorrow. The moment they take you out of those your 6 friends to one new person, just one person, you can't talk. There's a huge link between confidence, the natural default underdeveloped confidence, with comfort. So what happens is that your confidence does not relocate with you. You need to build confidence in the diaspora. What I call diaspofidence. Confidence in the diaspora. You arrived in a new country, but you left your boldness at the airport. You didn't even know that you left. But now you're in the diaspora. Speak in meetings, you can't speak. Own your worth is your resume that you're presenting. And even by your resume, we're saying, we think that you should be the leader. You say, no, you know what? Let me just be in the manufacturing room. That's why I can function better. Because you want to hide. But that ends today. That's why we're called. We're called to you. We created the 21-in-1 bundle for you to give you. You know what those bundles are called? They are called 21-in-1 Total Fidence Bundle. Complete fidence, not just confidence. What you need in the diaspora is total fidence. A confidence that is complete, that is total. What you need is diaspofidence, the confidence needed for the environment. No one has ever come out to talk about it like this. And yes, we're glad to be the first, and we're glad to be the one that will give you the best of the solution. All right? Now, what happens is that you shrink in meetings, you avoid introductions, and you feel like a shadow of your old self. So you change your name. Yes. Your name is Ifonaya. You say that it's hard for them to pronounce, so my name is now Naya. And every day they call it, it feels easier for them, but it's heavy for you. You feel like you're losing yourself. Ever since they start calling you that name, you feel like half of you is going down. Of course. Your name is your identity. Your name is your banner. It's not a burden. So the fact that you feel that people are having a burden pronouncing your name, it's already a confidence crisis. I can tell you, I'm the confidence coach. That's my job. That's all I do. That's all I do. Number 2, you have a work-worth wound. See, there's something called a work-worth wound. I'll explain. Now, so it shows like this. You stop negotiating. You stop applying for leadership roles. You avoid visibility. Why? Because you didn't think you are that person that is worth that price, that is worth that visibility, that is worth that leadership role. It is a work-worth wound. So there's something, of course, you know self-worth, right? There's also work-worth. This is why we had to create work-fidence guide. Because people say things like, oh no, I have healthy self-worth. My self-worth is up there. But when it comes to work, you are okay being the least paid. Everyone on the same road with you earns differently. But you are okay being the least paid. It's hurting you, but you can't talk. You have a work-worth wound. Something is telling you are not worth this price. Hello, Favor. I see you, sis. You have a work-worth wound. Number 3, you are living in performance panic. So you overdo, you overdeliver, you over-explain just to feel enough. These are things that were no-brainers for you back home. Now you are abroad, so you are now living in performance panic. You know, there's something in your head that's telling you, one mistake, you are out of this job. One mistake, they will see that you are unfit. Come on now, unfit because you are abroad. You were a director back home. Do you remember that? Anyway, I'm here to remind you. You were a director back home. Now you are there. They looked at your resume, gave you this job. How are you so panicked that you are living in performance panic, over delivering, over explaining, doing too much, going extra? Not because you want to go extra, but because something in your head is telling you they will soon find out that you're a fraud. They will soon find out that you are unfit for this role. It's all in your head. Number 4, you have confused stability with success. I will explain. So what happens is, so many professionals in diaspora, they stay in roles that stifle them because their fear is that if I leave this role, how do I start over? So they are now in a place of settling. It's not success. So they say things like, no, I have a stable job. No. It may seem like stability, but it's a stability that is masked. A stability that is replacing your ideal success. So what happens is, you have mistaken, at least I have something, for real progress. You know that you shouldn't have any business being on that job. But because you are abroad, the realities, the fears, how do you go and face a new panel for an interview? These people and their skin, these people, they will say I'm sounding different. My skin color is a problem. Even my hair, I'm too African. If I go, you know what, let me just stay on this job. And then you say, at least they pay me. You are confusing stability with success. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And you need to leave that place already. Now, the 21 in 1 total fidence bundle is curated for you. You're a diaspora, you know someone in the diaspora who's struggling with these things. You know that this person is worth more. But the person, ever since they traveled, just took a job that they have no business doing. They've been on that job for 15 years now. And they keep saying, you know what, I'm still trying to learn the environment. Learn the environment forever? Learn the environment forever? And then they're still in the same spot. You want to share this video with them. You want to tag them on this conversation. On YouTube, all of the videos are there. On Instagram, all of the videos are there. On Facebook, just go to the Smart Speakers Academy. You can get them to sit with this conversation. And go to our seller link and get these bundles. Send us a DM with bundle and we'll give you the access. Go to our seller link, use the link in our bio, and order for this 21 in 1 bundle. You need it. You need it. See, you are not crazy. You are not behind. You are definitely not alone. No. So diasporas, they get to a point where they now start feeling, I'm alone. I'm just the only one in this nation. You don't understand it. I'm the only one. So no, you are not. That's why we're creating this for you. You get the bundle. We'll give you the Confidence in the Diaspora Masterclass. Everyone who joins the flash sale, we're going to have this full conversation properly in a masterclass. You have the Confidence in the Diaspora Masterclass. We give you a checklist. I will answer all of your questions as much as I can. And then, most importantly, we'll have a community for you. The community will be there for you to always reach out, because I have seen that so many diasporans are struggling. So I want to create something for you. We're creating what you need is Diaspora, like I said. So you are definitely not alone. You are just trying to make sense of your value in a foreign place, and you need a guide. And we're giving you 21. Plus masterclass, plus community, name it. All for 21,000 naira. I know I'm kind. All right, so confidence is the key that unlocks your next level, even right in that nation. If this session launched you or touched you somewhere, or you know someone who should be here, you need to go deeper. Start with the guides. I mentioned work fidence, I mentioned pay fidence, ID fidence, name fidence, accent fidence, hair fidence, skin fidence, God fidence. They are all 21. See, your boldness is waiting right in that bundle. Your brilliance is still valid, and your bundle is ready for you to have you move your brilliance to boldness. That's what you need in the diaspora. Thank you so much for joining in today. We'll be here again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, we're here at 1 p.m. Saturdays, we're here for 7 p.m. And every single Monday to Saturday throughout July, we'll be having the Confidence in the Diaspora series. You do not want to miss any. If you miss any, just go down on Instagram or YouTube. You catch all of them and you'll be blessed and glad that you did. Thank you so much for joining us with us today, and we'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the Smart World.